everyone, Capricorn here. I hope your week has been amazing and welcome to my new video. So, today I'm doing kind of a sketchbook tour plus what I've been doing in printmaking class, because I'm in a printmaking course, and yeah, so let's get right into it. I started this sketchbook back in September. I take quite a long time to finish sketchbooks, but I try to fill them up as much as I can. And these two are the same. They only have 20 sheets, but that means 40 pages, and I use them all up. This one is not finished, but I thought I'd showed you still. Yeah, so 2 sketchbooks and what I've been making. So the 1st of September. In here I was really just testing out the paper and seeing how it reacted with black ink pens and just Ecoline and acrylic. Yeah, that. In here, this is, how is it called? Yellow Winsor & Newton calligraphy ink in sunshine yellow, and this ink is beautiful, but be careful because it doesn't like most papers. Fortunately, this paper handles it quite well, but be careful. It tends to go through. On this page, I don't know if you can see, but it has some green spots because I used a green ink on the other side that goes through the paper, which is basically this, you know, Vallejo, wait, what is? Vallejo India ink, but instead of black, it is emerald green. The emerald green goes through basically everything, and it's a pain, although it has beautiful color that you can't see here. Oh no, it's in here. This tiny little bit in there. Can you see it? Maybe you can, I don't know. But yeah, in here I used some gold ink, a leaf I found somewhere that I don't remember, and just, you know, this is kind of like how is it called, journal entry. Yeah, this, you can take this page as an art journal thing. Yeah, I just needed to write some things. Yeah, this is some figure drawing that I then decided to, you know, color a little bit around. Again, green spots because of the ink I used on the behind, on the page behind. This is gouache. It also has some green spots because the green went through this page onto this one, which is, yeah, it's not that good because I really love this page. I don't know why, but yeah. So yeah, Candle Woman with extreme lighting conditions. Oh, okay, this one is like this. Now here's the thing, I really don't like agapantu flower, but I really like to draw it, and I really like to see drawings of it, which is really weird, and I don't know why it happens, but it's like that, and it has great colors. This is, I really needed to just fill this page because I had something I didn't like underneath, so I just used a little bit of gouache that I had. Sorry, it's very early in the morning. So I used some gouache I had laying around. This is some turquoise calligraphy ink. I don't really remember the brand, but it's just turquoise calligraphy ink. You can find it in pretty much every calligraphy ink brand, you know. And white Posca. So gouache, some paper bag. This is just a doodle from philosophy class, because you can see this building from the window in my class. Some bougainvillea flower, and oh, I love ginkgo leaves. I just love them. The yellows are amazing. This is my classmate. Yeah, this is just, I don't know, doodle. Okay, so I drew this from a picture on a travel magazine. Yeah, and I just wanted to practice buildings. And these, I don't know where I got this leaf, but these hands I just drew from either my own hand, like this one, or this one. Yeah, I believe just these. And no, this one is to my hand. Or from pictures, just like this one, and, you know, this. But yeah, I just needed to practice hands because I'm not great at drawing hands, so yeah. And I just had a blank page, so why not? This is, oh, and in this sketchbook I have a few Inktober entries that you might have seen on my Instagram. And some of them you might not have seen them because I got lazy and stopped posting after I got a new phone, because I lost the other one. Yeah. Well, so this is the Frankenstein entry. These are just, this is an added page. I got an extra page in here. And so I have a doodle that became that video where I said I was quitting Inktober in favor of color. So I took this sketch and turned it into a watercolor painting. And it is just random sketches because I was in need of ideas, and then I got this one out and I was really happy, and I really like this little leaf. So this is the page I added in here with a little bit of paper bag and cheap paper. And yeah, this is what came out of it. I was just doing some figure drawing and filling up pages. Except, no. Figure drawing is very important, but in here I really needed to fill up a page, so I just added the figure drawing. Yeah, and I have a bit of acrylic in here. I don't really know why, but this is some gouache, and then a little bit of acrylic in here. Also from the traveling magazine. This is from Inktober again. You might have seen it, but I need to get one out, so yeah. And then I did this little drawing of V from BTS, but there's something I still want to do, which is glue some black feathers in here to make his wing, because it would look really good. But I made the mistake to stick in here some non-stick paper, the one that you use to bake things in the oven so they don't stick to your not pan. So nothing wanted to stick in here, and you can see this hand is clean, and when I do this, I don't know if you can see, my finger is no longer clean. So yeah, this thing doesn't like to be written or drawn on. This song is a great song, and I'm going to leave it in the description. It is a Portuguese song called Sintra, and it's so beautiful. You have to listen to it. I love it. So yeah, I needed to get the bad drawings out before I could continue. So ta-da! This is stuff. I don't know. Now, this is another Inktober entry you might have seen here. This is one of my favorite entries. This is a harpy inspired by this bird, which is, how do I say it in English? In Portuguese is galinha d'água, so the direct translation would be water chicken or something like that. I'm not sure. But yes, and this is the first picture I have of my boyfriend before we became boyfriend and girlfriend. I decided to draw that picture. It had a weird filter on, so that's why his eyes are absolutely huge. But yeah, because it's graphite, I had to put this over because I really did not want to mess up either one. And I really like this one. I don't know how, but I am really happy with this. This is from a video, so you have seen it before if you've been watching stuff on my channel. Yeah, the theme was poltergeist, I believe, and giant at the same time, so giant poltergeist, and I decided to use Peeves, you know, from Harry Potter. So I did all the portraits, and these are talking, and in here it is Percy with all the fresh New Year children, you know, whatever. It's just funny, and I really enjoyed doing it because I really like this kind of repetitive work, like this one with the cross hatching. So yeah. Who said cows couldn't be businessmen? The theme was Minotaur, as you can see, and I don't know, I started drawing and I thought it would be funny if a Minotaur suddenly became, you know, a super wealthy businessman. I don't know. And the theme was witch. I didn't know what to do, so I just drew a girl with a hair that I think is quite cool, and I love this yellow. I couldn't resist the yellow. You probably can't see the yellow very well. It is lemon yellow, so it does look warmer on camera, but it is an actually cold yellow. Yeah, so watercolor shapes, and then I used some black ink. Oh, in here, you know that Red Riding Hood tiny square back here? This square is a cutout from this page, so I had to glue a different page on the book because I didn't want to lose a page because of that. But yeah, this is just a study that does not look very much like the picture, and it turned out horrible, but I had to keep it, so yeah. This tiny plant is actually the last thing I did in this sketchbook. So yeah, this one was just from my head, based on this one, this tiny one. That was based, this big one was based out of that travel magazine that I talked about, and I just got, you know, why not do this, you know? Now, this one is one of my favorite pages. And this is just basically studies from Pinterest, all of them. This is an eucalyptus flower. This is just a photo of a tree. I think this one is a tulip, but I'm not sure. It may not be. And this one is basil. Ashwell. Whoa, Portuguese. This is basil, I believe. So manjericão in Portuguese. This is a honey label because I love the label. It's so cute. Okay. So random doodle because orange is my favorite color. So random doodle on top of orange. A carp. Koi fish. No, not carp. Koi fish. And it's just a self-portrait. I have a video on it if you want to watch it. I was getting tired of using this because by this time, this is by the end of October, and I haven't finished the sketchbook yet, and I started it on the 1st of September, so it would make sense to be finished by now. So yeah, in here I was tired of this, so I just glued some stuff on and then just did a quick pen India inks thing. I don't know. This is a watercolor painting of Jimin from BTS because why not? I liked the colors that were on the video clip screenshot, so yeah. He's not my favorite, but he's cute, so yeah. You can see here that I am really tired of this stuff. So yeah. Oh, this one I did in Portuguese classes. Sorry, teacher, but you know, still from the travel magazine. And yeah, I needed to get all the bad doodles out because I was about to start a new sketchbook. So yeah, switch them up. On the first page you have some hands drawn with my left hand, so I drew this with my left hand using my right hand as a model. I don't really like them, but you know, we had to do this exercise, and so yeah, let's go. Nope, I still need to finish this page. Now, this is a ginkgo leaf, and I don't really know how I came up with this, but I actually really like this page, and especially the greens. The greens are amazing, but just the greens. And I really like to do this cross-hatching, and even this black, this is also cross-hatching. This is not black, just plain black ink. It is cross-hatching just like these parts. So yeah. This thing written in here was for Portuguese class. I had to watch Mighty Aphrodite by Woody Allen, so I just, you know, I wrote it in there. And you know, just landscape studies from Pinterest, and a leaf, because leaves are amazing. They look great when you draw on it. And I have some pointillism because we had to do it for class. I bought some thing that was supposed to be 3D ink or 3D paint for textiles, but it didn't work, so bleh. Tree thing. Now, here's another drawing of my boyfriend. In here, he was trying out some jackets, and yeah, I took a picture and then I drew it because he's cute. he's awesome. And yeah, just to make two pages kind of look they belong together, because I used this color in here, but still I don't know, they belong together, but they could be, you know, this works by itself but this one doesn't, so it's a little bit weird. But I really like the effect I got on this. This one is not finished. This thing is a part of a tissue box. And I really like the colors, so I made something with watercolors, and I am really enjoying pointillism, but I have not been able to finish this one because I get you know, I get really weird pain on this, you know, let me just, on this muscle here, and then in here when I do too much pointillism in a day. So I've been working on it very, very slowly. But I intend to make all this page some pointillism thing, and I'll show it later when it's finished. This is just some experimenting, but this one is a drawing I did with just black ink of my favorite art store. And then I just used some watercolor to give it pop. And I used the very same colors that are in here. So Nugan Boj by Winsor & Newton, Rose Mother Hue Cotman by Winsor & Newton, and this one is that dark blue that comes in the beginner sets by Van Gogh. This is the start of a page, the start of another page, and in here this is the last page. This was drawn, this is my right hand drawn with my left hand, and yeah, I really like the results. I have to say, I painted it with my right hand, but the drawing and the line, the black line thing, was all done with my left hand, and I think it gives it a really nice effect, and I might use it more in this sketchbook and experiment more with the hand thing. So yeah, this is the last page. So if you're just interested in my sketchbook, then you can stop here, because now I'm going to show you what I've been doing in printmaking class. So this is the beginning of the project, because the theme was choose any subject you like and treat it as if it was something very important for science, and analyze it as if you were a scientist. So do some exhaustive research of it and stuff like that. So I choose a yellow Vespa. It was my uncle's scooter, so you know, it's a special thing. And I chose also to make the connection to ginkgo leaves, because the yellow is very close. And we did some research, field trips and stuff to a museum, and then I got some illustrations out of the internet from, you know, Hayao Miyazaki, Kim Jung-ji, Peter Draws, you know. This one I found on Pinterest regarding Vespa. So yeah, I just wanted to, we had to make this kind of maps. So because I had ginkgo leaves, yellow scooter and scientific method, I decided to use play around with the photocopy machine. Too many sheets of paper. Not this one I want to show you. Here it is. So, I had to play around with the photocopy and not amplify it, that's with sound. Scale it. That's it. I had to scale the jingle leaf, so it was huge. This is an A3 size, and the leaf was like, you know, this size or something, or even smaller. So came up with this texture. That's amazing. I love this texture. Texture. Sorry. Okay. So, with a few more textures I found on Pinterest, I got this. This is my uncle. Just, you know. His Vespa has mustache sticker. So, I grabbed the texture, I had these color things, you know, leaves and stuff, and then I decided to use some alcohol markers to try and see what colors I had that could be used to make this Vespa thing a thing, you know. And I got these ones. You probably can't see, but there's a very close to white one here. From there I had to, because this is artistic, the art course related to printmaking, we are supposed to do a lot of research, but the end result has to refer to it, but doesn't have to reflect all that work, because the teachers are seeing all that work regardless. So I just, you know, I drew a Vespa, and then I drew many Vespas, and then I drew a few more Vespas, 2 of them, and this one I really wanted to draw the insides, but I thought it wouldn't work when I started, and I just left it. And here I really like this one, but it is very obvious because it is a yellow Vespa and I'm using ginkgo leaves, and this ginkgo thing in here, it's way too obvious, so my teacher didn't like it, and I agree with her. But then we need this one. I did this in class with some yellow, how was it, lemon yellow, olive green, and this color was gold thing, yellow gold, and burnt umber gouache, and I got this. So I scanned it, and then I played with this thing. So I played in Photoshop with this texture, and when I scanned this, I thought, why not use what is behind? Because after all, let's see if you can see something. Okay. After all, this is alcohol markers, so they show through. So I scanned this part, and I used this one here. And all of this is just for the silkscreen printing class, because I have silkscreen class, and then I have the other workshop at school is for just printmaking regarding, you know, lino cut, woodblock printing, and metal printing methods, you know, complicated stuff I haven't used yet. I just did some lino cut with this thing. But yeah, this is the final thing for silkscreen printing. I don't have the end result here because this is just a photocopy, not a photocopy, this is a you know, the final art before you transfer it to silkscreen printing. But yeah, maybe, I don't know if you can see the Vespa in here, but you definitely can see the ginkgo leaf. But yeah, let's see if you can find the scooter. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and thank you for, you know, getting this far in this super long video. But we had to catch up, right?